first mission trip as a leader, and I think that one of the things that really impacted me was seeing the high schoolers develop spiritually and develop relationally with these kids, because I'd always been on the inside of that. You know, like I said before, I just feel that everybody just really grew together and worked really hard to just honestly learn how to love, and just the way that they loved those kids and they loved the people of the community, and how hard we all worked throughout the week, and you know, taking some circumstances and just being flexible with it. Yes, I did work projects most of the time, so I kind of built more relationships with my own students. But when I did work with the little kids, one girl, Danica, I just, got such a soft spot in my heart for her. And she just really taught me that regardless of the background you come from, there's still good things in your heart, and there's always room for love, either receiving or giving. Everywhere, walking into the church and, seeing Steve and Jessica just welcome us, and, seeing it in the kids' eyes after hearing about how when they got told the Bible story, they just wanted to read the entire rest of the story and know what happened. And church service on Sunday morning, seeing all the people that just came in off the streets and just engaged in worship, and just building community with everybody that was there. God was present throughout all of that. Well, at the beginning, this is my first mission trip as a leader, so I was very, new and raw to the entire experience. But by the end of the trip, 3 of our kids committed their lives to Christ, and I had the opportunity to pray with one and, help him accept Jesus into his life and fully live a life for him. And I think just the experience of it all was just incredible, and discerning the difference between what it means to be a leader and what it means to be a member of the youth group was a huge difference. There's this incredible closeness and just relationships that were built in New York that really carried back when we came back to Michigan. I know for a fact that, kids get together all the time. I saw a bunch of them at the beach the other day all together, and, cliques were just demolished, and everybody, the group as a whole, is just so close now, which is really incredible. Well, during the soup kitchen, one girl had a very intense conversation with a man that was there. And, he was kind of questioning, God and everything like that. And she worked really hard to, defend her faith and really help him, try to get him to understand. And I think that was an incredible experience for her, because she's never been put in a position like that where she's had to exit her comfort zone. And I think that is true of everybody that went on the trip. There was no comfort zone. And I can see that as she left, she's been more involved, and I feel like she's really convicted about her faith. I just think the city as a whole is so different than anything I've experienced. And we had this one message that one of the other leaders gave, and it's called a Be Still Night. And she basically stands there and says, be still and know that I am God. And we just all sat there in silence and just kind of meditated on those words. But the sounds of the city were just incredible, all around us, taxis honking and, people walking and talking, and just the sounds of the city intermingled with just meditating on God's word and just understanding that He is above all things and just so powerful in light of just this enormous city, and it was really incredible. They were really helpful. They met every single need that we could think of. We arrived at the church and it was hot, but it's Brooklyn in the summer. And Steve and Jessica were just present throughout the entire thing. They were really great leaders throughout. When I was in high school, my youth group was extremely small. There were only about 12 of us, and we would go to this program called group work camps, and it was an awesomely run program. We would go into a community, and 500 other people from everywhere across the United States, we would all get together, and each of us would be assigned, a house. But we were split up from our youth group, which was not necessarily detrimental, but we built like a ton of relationships with other people and stuff, which was awesome. But the fact that we came on this mission trip as one youth group, single by ourselves, really helped us build relationships within our youth group. Well, one of the days we worked with an organization called Sustainable Flatbush, and we carried rocks. They have this huge community garden within the church that we helped to clear out and clean up, and we watered plants, and in the front of the church we mulched and just made the front path look nice and welcoming and kind of aesthetic for anybody that was passing by or wanted to come in. I can honestly say that I feel like I'm in exactly the right place right now with God and with what I'm doing with ministry and what I'm doing with school, and just the relationships that I've been building and the commitments that I've made to this youth group. I just feel extremely blessed to be here right now.